So congratulations, you got your physical therapy or physical therapy assistant school interview. Congratulations. Let's get right into some physical therapy school or PTA school questions you can prepare for.
Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go! I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the...
What's going on, guys? My name is Coleman. I'm a physical therapist and the co-founder of Pre-PT Grind. And on this video, we're going to be talking about physical therapy school questions, interview questions. And I'll just say physical therapy school for the rest of this video, even though you can use this video for PTA school interviews as well, if your PTA programs decide to have interviews. All right, so we're gonna go through these questions and we'll add in some wildcard questions that you can prepare for. All right, so again, congrats, and let's start preparing. So number one, let's start practicing for the question, tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. So write that down, take some notes. That's the number one question you can start preparing for. All right, number two is why physical therapy? Why are you choosing this profession? Why didn't you choose to be a pilot? Why not be an athletic trainer? Why not be a personal trainer? Why not be a surgeon? Why specifically become a physical therapist or a PTA? Be prepared for that one. Start writing that down. Start practicing for that question. Next is why this physical therapy program specifically, or PTA program specifically. There's over 250 PT programs, over 300 PTA programs, I believe. Why us? Why are you applying to our school specifically over any other school? That's what you should prepare for as well, because that'll let them know that you did some research on that school, that you actually care about that school, and you're just not applying to 30 schools like, well, whichever one accepts me. No. If you know them specifically, they'll be like, wow, they're a good match for our school. And that's one of the biggest things they're looking for, especially once you get to the interview part of your application. All right, so that's number three. Number four, strengths and weaknesses. Now this can be asked in many different ways, but prepare some sort of statement or write down what you're good at, what your strengths are, and what you can improve on as well. So in any format that they ask that question in, just be prepared for it. What are you good at, and what do you still need to improve on? All right, and for this, what I like to tell people is usually weaknesses people can just pluck out here and there, and they can say, oh, I procrastinate a lot, I like to sleep in, I'm a perfectionist, you know, all the stuff. Usually people can pluck out their weaknesses. However, strengths, some people from my experience have trouble with kind of plucking out. So with strengths, what I want you to think of is, what are your hobbies? All right, what are you good at doing outside of physical therapy school, academics, and all that stuff? And what makes you good at that? Okay, think about that. What are your hobbies, and what makes you good at that? That can take your strengths answer to another level. So if your hobby, like for example, mine could be playing the drums. If you're good enough to play the drums, what do you have to be good at? Especially if you're playing with a band, you have to have some emotional intelligence. You have to work together as a group. You have to be very precise with your timing. You have to study the music that you're going to play. All of that stuff makes you, or makes me, a good drummer. So whether you're good at makeup, or good at writing, or a good golfer, or good at photography, why are you good at that? Why have you chose that hobby, and what makes you good? And those can be your strengths as well that you can talk about. All right, so that is number four. And number five, your goals for your career, your profession. Physical therapy or PTA school is only 2 years, 18 months, 24 months, 36 months, whatever that is, 2 to 3 years, give or take. What's gonna happen after that? Let's talk about the broader view about your career, because you're not going to physical therapy school to stay in physical therapy school. You're not going to PT school for PT school. You're going there to become a physical therapist or a PTA. So be prepared to talk about your goals if it gets to that point in the conversation. All right, so those are the 5 main ones that I want you to prepare for. Now, to throw in some wildcard ones that you can prepare for as well are these, because physical therapy schools can conduct their interview however they want. There's over 250 schools and over 300 PTA schools. There's no way I can know what they're gonna ask from all those schools, all right? So what you need to be prepared for is things like this. different scenarios. So number one, ethical type scenarios. If somebody was cheating on a test, or you saw some inappropriate behavior in the clinic, or somebody couldn't pay this bill or this copay, whatever that is, what would you do in an ethical scenario? All right. Now they can throw any scenario at you, but just try and think about different scenarios and how you would answer and how you would go about those scenarios, whether it's the 3 I just mentioned and threw out or any others that you think of. The next is more so story based with your scenario. So if you ever been through a big obstacle or some trauma or something happened with your family, or you had an injury, or you were put in a position where you had to go to court or something like that, how did you get through that obstacle? Tell me the story about how you overcame something. Be prepared to have a story like that as well. So that's it. Keep it short, keep it simple. It's time for you to go practice and execute and put in the work. And good luck on your interview. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next one.